I was sitting around thinking about this big project we have ahead of us, and I thought it's a huge, daunting task. It's kind of like entrepreneur startup all over again, and I thought this is probably something that would be pretty valuable to people to put on video. Either number one, this is how you do a successful startup, or number two, this is how you got a business really fast. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call Miguel, and we're gonna put some of this on video, and have a Making of Rad Brewing Company every day. So the real short version is, my name is Jason. I'm the CEO and founder of Books and Brews. I purchased Flat 12 Beer Works back in January of 2019 this year, and now we are almost in November. We're going to announce on Monday that we're rebranding the company into Rad Brewing Co. And this is going to be our story of how we're either going to do it or screw it up. So here we go. Starting at the taproom level, I don't want to change like a ton, but I definitely want it to be different. So that's a tough balancing act where, you already have a customer base that loves the facility, that loves the brand, and you want to rebrand that. So you want to make sure that it holds on to the character of the facility, but that it's still something fresh and new. I'm a big fan of the 90s in general, obviously Rad, but in the 90s, a couple of the companies that did this very well were like ESPN when they came out with ESPN2, MTV when they came out with MTV2. They made their original channels younger and fresher by having younger, fresher content, but it still held true to the original concept. So it's kind of what I'm trying to think. One of the only, I think, real changes that people are going to see if you've been to Flat 12 is we're going to see, what we're thinking right now, and this is all adjustments and it's all on film, so you can see the thought process from, start to beginning as we work on it. The first thing we're going to do in our front room is we're just going to mix in some different paint. So right now you see we have this dark, like forest green almost, and the lighting is it's a kind of a dark, stormy day out today, but the lighting is kind of dark. Part of thinking about colors and floor space and plans is we're trying to think, because we're trying to be about community. We're trying to bring people together. We're trying to do that with everything we do, whether it's the beer, the floor plan, or the paint color, or whatever. So the thought process is this is a little dark, and that kind of is more conducive to people staying within their parties. Like a lot of restaurants that darken things out. They're trying to make it feel private, and we're trying to make it feel community. Like the true public house is public house for a reason. That's where people would come and chat with each other and meet new people and talk about the day or what's going on in the world. The water cooler of the planet was the public house, and so we want to emphasize that here. So the short version is we're kind of moving with a Carolina blue, and we can move in the back and look at a couple of the merch that's coming already too. But go with like a Carolina blue here in the back. You can turn to see where the mirrors are. We're gonna take the mirrors down, which the mirrors are kind of funny anyway because of. Unless you're like 6'6", you can't see yourself in the mirror anyway. We're gonna shelve out on both sides, leave the center open, and Justin, our real artistic man on the crew, is going to put Rad in the middle. So that way, right when you walk in, we want the impression of, the impression of branding. It's big and bright as soon as you walk in. There are some kids who never even roller skated before, don't know anything about it, and for every so many shirts, every 5 shirts, every 6 shirts, then we're gonna donate a pair of roller skates, and someone's gonna get exposure, they're gonna learn something. Or what's really cool is I was talking, because minor league baseball being my background, of course, and baseball academy, my mind always first goes to like camps, clinics, stuff like that, but teaming up with, finding local teams or regional teams, whatever it is, getting a facility that would want to host us, getting some people that would want to teach it, whether it's everything from ultimate frisbee or even baseball, football, basketball. It doesn't have to be niche athletics, but roller derby, Gaelic football, breakdancing, like that would be really cool. And just be able to get a free clinic. We need the space, we need the people, and then we can put that together and do something free where people can get exposed to something, or like freestyle soccer, like we got the local soccer club, to do a clinic just to get a bunch of kids exposed to that. Like that would be killer. And then maybe all of a sudden, and part of the clinic could be a fundraiser for soccer cleats or shin guards or some of the costs that maybe the average person, not the average person, but where there becomes a barrier of can't even do it anymore. Something as simple as that, stops people from playing soccer, stops people from dancing, dance lessons, studio time, like whatever it is. Like, and I just want to break down those barriers.
True what you heard. It's better than ever. 'Cause you ain't ever seen what you about to see.